Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Bearable Bull here. And I got this aggressively average content for you today. As guys, today's going to be an unorthodox video for me. And something that I usually don't do. But first, here was a warning shot fired across the entire United States. And yet again, the XRP army can sit here and say, "We told you so." Here, Gary Gensler states everything other than Bitcoin is a security. Gary Gensler stated you can find a website, you can find a group of entrepreneurs. They might set up their illegal entities in a tax haven offshore. They might have a foundation. They might lawyer it up to try and arbitrage and make it hard jurisdictionally or so forth. In other words, there are people behind these cryptocurrencies using a variety of complex and legal opaque mechanisms, but at the most basic level, they're trying to promote their tokens and entice investors. They might drop their tokens overseas, but at the core, these tokens are securities because there's a group in the middle and the public is anticipating profits paid by that group. The XRP army can sit here and state time and time again that we were right. Gary's mission is to come after all the crypto. You Ethereum maxis, keep on being the way you are. You thought you were safe because of the ETH free pass? You were wrong. Here's Gary Gensler letting you guys know, especially after the merge. He's coming for you. And personally speaking, I'm all for it. Because let's make this clear. When XRP's getting clarity, that'll be when the hammer gets brought down real hard on the rest of the market. And at the end of the day, I'm willing to take some XRP profits and then buy some cheaper altcoins relative to what XRP is doing at the time. Let's see if we get that opportunity. But something I want all of you to pay extremely close attention to over the next couple weeks is the DXY. Ladies and gentlemen, the US dollar currency index, I will state time and time again, is the number one biggest indicator of whether or not the crypto market is going to go up or down. I actually underestimated just how important the DXY was in helping indicate whether or not crypto was going to go up or down. And that's the biggest reason why 2022 was such a tough year, because the DXY went absolutely parabolic. This caused a massive crash in the crypto market. I thought that the bottom for the crypto market was coming in here when Terra collapsed. But what ended up happening is that the DXY gained even more strength, with interest rate hikes going to new all-time highs throughout all of 2022. Now, what we're witnessing is the DXY falling. And within this time frame, stocks and crypto recovered a bit. But now this little recovery is concerning, as we have been seeing crypto crashing just a little bit. But what I'll tell all of you is, I do anticipate the correction to continue. And I do anticipate, over the next couple weeks, the altcoins to continue to run up. And for profit taking to be on the table. This is something extremely important for all of you to understand. And if nothing else, always know that there is an inversely proportional relationship between the crypto market and the DXY. Now guys, this is the part of this video where I want you to lay back, relax, and go down a little bit of a rabbit hole with me, as David Schwartz has been particularly active over the last couple days. And something he's been doing is taking us down memory lane with his journey at Ripple. Joel Katz states this is the first email exchange that he and Jed McCaleb had that led him to being hired at Ripple. Then David Schwartz goes on to say, if you know what would have been in this envelope, You're a crypto OG. And this is from the US Department of Commerce. Then David Schwartz posts yet another picture where he's with a group of people that look like developers, and I believe this is Marshawn Lynch. And finally, David Schwartz posts this headline titled 10 Commandments. Supreme Court says some okay, some not. Oh, this is so interesting. You see, something about David Schwartz's that I've noticed, he gives a lot of breadcrumbs as to the inside information he may or may not know as a developer and an early crypto founder. David Schwartz, at the top of the crypto bull run for XRP when XRP hit almost $2, stated you should take profits if you have life-changing money. And something tells me there is absolutely no coincidence in what David Schwartz is doing right now. Remember last week, Stu Alderati stated the SEC has lost 4 of the last 5 cases in the Supreme Court, thanks to the few that had the courage and resources to fight back against the SEC's bullying and clinging to stretch legal positions that were not faithful to the law. Ladies and gentlemen, why is David Schwartz going down memory lane? Why is David Schwartz's banner talking about choosing between their vision and their survival, just as we're a month away from getting extremely important decisions coming out of this case? Why is the Supreme Court being brought up? And why did Charles Hoskinson hint at the fact that a Ripple settlement with the SEC would be catastrophic for crypto? And he heard rumors about it. Ladies and gentlemen, we're stuck between a rock and a hard place, if I'm being very honest with you. Because I'm seeing potential indications that a decent ruling or a possible settlement is on the table. The choosing their vision or their survival leads me to believe choose settlement or keep going for the entire crypto industry. But like Jungling says, you're playing with fire. It's too much to risk. Get a favorable ruling for your business and keep it pushing. We owe the crypto market no favors. But then at the same time, the Supreme Court keeps getting brought up. Here's what I think. I think the next couple weeks are going to be the most important period in Ripple XRP history. I also think that it's very possible, regardless of what decision the judge gives, even if it's positive, the SEC will appeal. And I think it's very, very likely the Ripple versus SEC case does go to the Supreme Court, and the Ripple test ends up being the entire standard for the whole crypto industry. However, and I am very optimistic, I do think there will be a grand opportunity to profit take from XRP in the immediate short term. I do think positive news and a positive ruling is going to come from this case, especially considering the evidence that has been provided to the judge. And this is most important. John Deaton, the hero that he is, provided clarity by the judge in the library case on secondary market sales of the library token. And I think that could translate over to the XRP secondary market sales. And we could begin seeing XRP get relisted if that decision does come. I don't give a damn if Ripple goes all the way to the Supreme Court, and I'm actually for it. But what we need as retail investors is to stop being the collateral damage. And we need guidance and we need clarity that secondary market sales of XRP are not a security, period, end of discussion. Free retail, free the XRP army, and keep it pushing. I want Ripple to destroy the SEC in the Supreme Court. I want that guidance, but I want to trade. Relist XRP. And I want everyone in this community to like this video, comment down below, and say relist XRP as well. I believe we're about to get some major rulings very soon, and anticipate greatness from the greatest crypto company and the greatest digital asset on the planet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is the Bearable Bull here. Thanks for tuning in. As always, I appreciate every single one of you. Now I'll be back tomorrow with another video.
Why do I hold XRP? Because Ripple's the chosen one to lead the new global digital payment system, and they use XRP. In 2013, the Federal Reserve began looking for faster payments options. 2 years later, an action plan was born and a federal payments task force was created. It included one company focused on crypto, Ripple. In 2014, the World Bank and Better Than Cash Alliance, which includes the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation, Clinton Global Initiative, and the governments of 32 countries, put out a report called The Opportunities of Digitizing Payments. 1 year later, the Better Than Cash Alliance featured one crypto company on their website, Ripple. Today, Better Than Cash Alliance and all other UN initiatives are focused on a single agenda, the Sustainable Development Goals for 2030. You can see the SDGs logo on Bill Gates' lapel, world-leading companies, the Better Than Cash Alliance website, and on the UN's official exchange, Exchange. What crypto is Exchange officially utilizing for their carbon credit solution? XRP. The world will move to a new international standard for exchanging electronic messages between financial institutions by 2025 called ISO 20022. Who was the first ISO 20022 member focused on distributed ledger technology? Ripple. Who's partnered with over 300 financial institutions, including Bank of America, American Express, PNC, Santander, SBI, HSBC, Standard Chartered Bank, Bank of England, India, Singapore, Scotland, Australia, and Indonesia, the largest banks in Japan, Canada, Egypt, the Middle East, United Arab Emirates, Thailand, Morocco, Bhutan, South Korea, Brazil, and Latin America? Ripple. Who is a former employee overseeing the Federal Reserve? Ripple. A former employee overseeing the world's largest asset manager, BlackRock's digital asset division? Ripple. Leading Australia's CBDC effort? Ripple. Who hired a former Treasury of the United States? Ripple. 2 former Federal Reserve attorneys to their board? Ripple. 2 former Clinton and Obama advisors? Former Minister of Defense and Economics of Germany? Former business director at Swift? Former Swift board member? Former CFO of PayPal? Former head of the DTCC? Former chief business officer at Uber? Former VP of Amazon and former SEC chair on their legal team? Ripple. Who's a member of the Digital Pound Foundation, Digital Dollar Project, Digital Euro Association, Mojaloop, IMF's High-Level Advisory Board on FinTech, Hyperledger Blockchain Consortium, Open Payments Coalition, Faster Payments Council, Global Payments Steering Group, Cross-Border Working Group, International Association for Trusted Blockchain Applications, Crypto Climate Accord, University Blockchain Initiative, World Wide Web Consortium, and a featured partner of the World Economic Forum with 3 members of their team directly listed on the WF website? Ripple. Now, does Ripple and XRP sound like they're going to disappear, or do they sound like they're part of a much bigger plan? You decide.